In this video, I'm going to show you 4 very common Portuguese mistakes that Brazilians make that you might want to make as well in order to sound more natural. Olá pessoal, today we're diving into some interesting aspects of Brazilian Portuguese that often blur the lines between what's considered correct and what's commonly spoken in everyday conversations. When it comes to language, there's the formal of strict grammar rules and conventions, and then there's the informal, colloquial side where Brazilians bend and flex these rules. And stay tuned until the end when I'll give you a bonus tip on how to instantly sound more natural, and I'll also test you with a short quiz. Now, I would like to stress something very important here. I believe that it's crucial for students to understand the distinction between formal and informal speech, especially in Brazilian Portuguese. While it's perfectly fine to use these colloquialisms in casual settings to sound more natural, it's equally important to know when and where to use them appropriately. For instance, if you are preparing for an exam, or if you're writing a professional text, or even if you are in a more formal setting like a business meeting, I'll advise you to avoid these mistakes that I'm going to show you here today. However, in everyday interactions with Brazilians, using them can actually help you sound more natural. So while some teachers and language purists may insist that these are outright mistakes, I prefer to see this more like formal versus informal. Ultimately, though, it's all about context and personal preference. If you have Brazilian friends or a Brazilian partner, you can show them this video and ask them if they agree with the things I'm going to show you here. And you can ask them if they actually make these mistakes as well in colloquial speech. Okay, are you ready? Vamos começar. So I'm going to start by showing you 4 videos. In each of them, there's a grammar mistake. Try to spot what they are. Number 1.
Quanto tempo que eu não vou no cinema?
So the sentence is, quanto tempo que eu não vou no cinema? What is the mistake there? Number 2.
E você pensa, acho que eu vou assistir filme.
So there is a mistake here. Acho que eu vou assistir filme. Number 3.
Essa aqui é a lente e esse aqui é o filtro infravermelho.
So what is the mistake there? Essa aqui é a lente e esse aqui é o filtro infravermelho. And number 4.
Aí eu vi ele andando na praça.
Aí eu vi ele andando na praça. Did you spot the mistake? Okay, so now let's go back to each of them. The grammar mistake in video number 1 has to do with the preposition used with the verb ir. The verb ir means to go, to indicate movement, as in the English preposition to. Here, no is incorrect. No is the contraction of the preposition em plus the definite article or. The grammar says that with verbs of movement, you should not use the preposition em, which actually means in, to be used as to. So it can't be used with verbs of movement. The correct form here should be quanto tempo que eu não vou ao cinema? In Portuguese, when you say that you go to a local place, normally you would go to a local place for a short period of time, then the preposition you should use is a instead of em. So here, the preposition a is contracted with the definite article or, forming ao, because cinema is a masculine noun. So you need to have the preposition a, which means to, and then the definite article or, which in this case it means the. And it's all because cinema is masculine. To the cinema, ao cinema. Video number 2, the mistake here is that assistir, the verb here in the sentence, acho que eu vou assistir filme, is used without the appropriate preposition. The correct form should be acho que eu vou assistir a filme. In Portuguese, the verb assistir, meaning to watch, requires the preposition a. Another meaning of the verb assistir is to help, to assist. And it's only with this meaning that, according to the grammar, you should not use any prepositions. For example, o médico está assistindo paciente. The doctor is helping a patient. So there's no preposition here after the verb assistir. In video number 3, the sentence, essa aqui é a lente e esse aqui é o filtro infravermelho. It's incorrect to use the demonstrative pronouns essa and esse. The correct form should be esta aqui é a lente e este aqui é o filtro infravermelho. In Portuguese, este, the masculine demonstrative pronoun, and esta, the feminine demonstrative pronouns, are used to refer to something that is closer to the speaker, while esse and essa refer to something closer to the listener. Since both the lens and the infrared filter are on his hands, so they are closer to him, esta and este should be used here. They are the correct demonstrative pronouns. And number 4, in the sentence, aí eu vi ele andando na praça, the pronoun ele is incorrectly used here. The correct form should be aí eu o vi andando na praça. In Portuguese, the personal pronouns ele, ela, eles, and elas, so the third person pronouns, according to the grammar, they cannot be used as object pronouns. If they are used as object pronouns, like he did here, that's a grammar mistake. The correct object pronouns here are o, a, os, and as. And as a bonus tip, to sound more natural, try to say a gente whenever you want to say we. So don't say nós, say a gente instead. For example, nós gostamos de falar português. We like speaking Portuguese. That would be a gente gosta de falar português. That would be more informal, more colloquial. A gente is not really a personal pronoun. Nós is a personal pronoun, but a gente is classified as a pronominal expression. So if you use a gente, you will instantly sound more natural. Nós can sometimes sound a little bit formal. A gente is a lot more common in colloquial speech. So again, a gente is not strictly speaking a mistake, but it just sounds more colloquial, more natural to use in day-to-day speech. Just be careful with the conjugation, though, of the verb with a gente. It takes the conjugation of the third person singular, the same of você, ele, and ela. Now I'm going to test you with a short quiz. I've got 2 columns here, formal and informal. So the formal one would be the grammatically correct, and the informal here would be the incorrect form according to the grammar, but used in colloquial speech. So the first sentence, the translation would be, today in the afternoon I'm going to the pharmacy. The formal way would be, hoje de tarde eu vou à farmácia, to the pharmacy. A farmácia becomes one a with that crase to indicate the merge of the preposition and the definite article. Now, informally, people would say, let's see if you can guess, hoje de tarde eu vou na farmácia. So that na is a contraction of em plus a. Na farmácia. Em should not be used, according to the grammar, with verbs of movement, but Brazilians do in colloquial informal speech. The next one, I want to watch a Brazilian film. Eu quero assistir a filme brasileiro. That's what the grammar says, it's correct. Assistir as in to watch, it should be followed with the preposition a. Informally, though, it will be eu quero assistir filme brasileiro. So nothing there. In theory, if you don't use the preposition a afterwards, that assistir will take the meaning of to assist, to help. But in colloquial speech, in the context, even if you don't use the preposition there, people will know that you mean to watch. So, eu quero assistir filme brasileiro. That's a mistake according to the grammar, but Brazilians say that a lot, assistir without the preposition. Next one, you are introducing your friend Paula. She's next to you, and you're going to say, this is my friend Paula. So what would be the demonstrative pronoun there? According to the grammar, it should be esta é a minha amiga Paula, because she's closer to you. However, Brazilians, in colloquial speech, they would say essa é a minha amiga Paula. I saw him yesterday. What would be the grammatically correct pronoun that you need to put there before vi? Eu o vi ontem. Informally, though, a mistake according to the grammar would be to say eu vi ele ontem. And we like Brazil. Nós gostamos do Brasil, using the pronoun nós, but very common for Brazilians, instead of saying nós, they will say a gente, and then the verb there, though, it needs to be conjugated in the third person singular, which will be a gente gosta do Brasil. I hope you found this video useful. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think students should stick to the grammar rules, or do you think it's okay to make certain mistakes like the ones I showed you today in order to sound more natural? Share your views on the subject in the comments below. Also, consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. You can find out more by clicking the link below. Thank you very much for watching. Até a próxima.